Hey YouTube, Brian LCS, thanks for stopping by the channel and this video, the Amazing Spider-Man number 85 review. So I just actually I read an article and got some good news that John Romita Jr. will be joining the Spider-Man creative team and taking over the art. I believe that is in April of this year. So good news, maybe we'll get some consistency there. Hopefully they can add a good writer to couple with him, and maybe Spidey will finally be back. So let's jump into this issue. And this is written by Cody Ziegler, and then pencil art Paco Medina. I'm not very good with names. I believe that is the same team from the last issue. Artwork is good, very good. Now what we find is a continuation of last issue. Doc Ock is basically set his sights on the Beyond Corporation. He has uncovered some of their data and secrets and realized that they're using a lot of his research that he did with Parker Industries, and he's kind of going after them. He's upset with the fact that they are building their business on his work. And so he gets into the main headquarters. He's going after Maxine Danger, who's the head of superhero development. And he basically, he runs into some weird things, fish talking, sandwiches talking. I don't know. I don't know what that added to the story. But then the Daughters of the Dragon show up, and Doc Ock gets into a fight with them, and Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, is on his way as well. And Doc Ock makes quick work of the Daughters of the Dragons, and Maxine Danger is on site. She's got bodyguards, and Doc Ock, they basically have her in lockdown in her office, but Doc Ock is very easily able to get in and confronts her, and takes out her guards and then confronts her, but in comes Ben Reilly to the rescue. And so Ben and Doc, trade punches and jabs and digs at one another. And Ben is kind of on a mission here because he's taken his lumps over the last several issues, even being defeated by Doc Ock in last issue. So he's kind of out for vengeance and to prove, that he can be Spider-Man. And he's using some of the Beyond, tech and gadgets. And he's not pulling his punches. I mean, he's really throwing his punches. And he kind of locks Doc Ock into a separate room, kind of a containment room. He's able to disable his arms, and basically has Doc Ock on the ropes, and is really kind of taking it to him. But then Doc kind of reveals that, hey, look, you're just a pawn in this. Beyond is using you because they don't think you're mentally capable of, kind of handling things on your own. But like I said, before that, he's really kind of taking it to Doc Ock, kind of, proving his worth. But then, like I said, Doc kind of gets into his head a little bit and says, look, I have information here that from Beyond that they are basically using you because they think you're kind of weak-minded and feeble. And Doc shows him the data and the information, and Riley's kind of taken aback by it. And he lets Doc Ock go, and then he kind of checks in with Maxine Danger to kind of give her status. And she's drinking a martini at this point, so I don't know. But he basically says, look, he got away, but I was able to destroy the data that he had stole, so it's not in his hands anymore. And then he kind of, Ben Reilly kind of confronts Maxine and says, hey, why did you choose me? And he says, I want to know, why am I your choice to kind of be the face of Beyond? And she basically says, because of your, determination, strong will, and she's sipping on her, on her martini. And he's like, okay, thanks. But he knows better because of obviously the information that he has seen. Then he ends up home back with Janine, his girlfriend, and he basically doesn't reveal anything to her, but asks her to kind of clean up his mask because it got dirty in the battle. And he basically says, look, I took down Doc Ock, destroyed the data, but then he's gonna go clean up, take a shower, and he's obviously upset with himself or the situation, and punches the mirror. And so that's where the story leaves off. So overall, pretty good issue. I do enjoy the Doc Ock storyline, and Doc Ock has kind of been in a couple different storylines in the Marvel Universe. He's in Devil's Reign. He's been involved in this, story over the last few issues with Spider-Man, and it really makes me want to go back and read the Superior Spider-Man, a story that I have not read. I do know about it. I do know, Doc Ock, mind was in Peter's body, and the kind of the storyline, but I haven't read it. So I definitely want to go back and read that story. Like I said, I do find Doc Ock interesting in this storyline and in a few others that I've been reading as well. So I think he has made this story better. I think Doc Ock, Octavius, is an interesting character. Obviously, he's a smart scientist. And so it's interesting to see now that he's, trying to help Ben. And now I'm not 100% sure that he knows that this is Ben and not Peter Parker. He did, he does make a few comments towards Spider-Man, like, there's something different about you. So I'm not sure if he knows this is not, the normal Spider-Man that he's used to facing off against. So, but overall, a better story. Not much really happened. We didn't really move the story forward, other than, Ben, I think, finally realizing that, the Beyond, the relationship and partnership that he has with Beyond is kind of suspect. So, but like I said, I do enjoy the Doc Ock piece of it. I think he is he's been a better villain, and he adds more to the story. And like I said, maybe it's just me because I haven't read Superior Spider-Man. Why I'm having trouble with that, I don't know. And I'm intrigued by it. But overall, I think it was a better issue. Hopefully, we're heading in the right direction with the storyline. And like I said, the fact that I think we're going to have a consistent artist on the book, I think is a good thing. Hopefully, John Romita Jr., and his artwork in the past of Spider-Man has been really good. I've enjoyed it. So I think a lot of people do in general like his artwork on Spider-Man. So hopefully things are looking better for one of Marvel's, marquee titles, The Amazing Spider-Man. So let me know what you guys think. Are you reading this? What do you think about John Romita Jr. coming back and penciling Spider-Man? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, I think this issue turned and is at least heading in the right direction. Is it perfect? No. But it's been better than some of the recent issues that I have reviewed. So thanks for watching. And like I said, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And we will see you next issue. Thanks.